Okay, the plot's finally moving, so let's talk about the themes, characters, let's break down everything. But first, I have seen mixed reviews for this season so far, so y'all let me know. Comment below how y'all are feeling about this season so far. We start off with the girl's trip from hell with Jacqueline calling her husband and him not answering. And this episode seems to be all about her getting back at him. She seems so annoyed that he didn't answer. This whole episode is about her trying to have fun and maybe a way to forget about him, but also it feels like to get back at him for not answering. And she could be compensating for something, because that's what this scene is giving.
What the actual fuck is this place? Is this like a bargain hotel for retirees? Why would he send us here?
Now remember, Kate and Lori were talking about how her husband is younger than her. And so I think this scene really triggered her. And so in this episode, she's trying to get back at her husband. And the handsome guy from the hotel saw her as old. And that was just, it was too much for her. And her being vindictive does not surprise me at all. And then instead of having revenge gets taken out on her. You got the indigenous people of the island playing with and irritating and kicking out the people that are vacationing the island, the outsiders. And what's really funny is this does such a great job of showing the superficialness of their group. And the reason why is because we know this show starts off with a very real shooting at the White Lotus resort. And then their trauma and their drama right here in this experience is they're getting shot at with fake guns, water guns. And it's like super traumatic for them. It just really illustrates that superficialness of them and Hollywood and all of that. Also, once again, a water theme here, like water with the tsunami and all of that. And talking about the plot finally going somewhere. Is it about to go down?
And Zion, please be safe, okay?
Okay. I will see you tomorrow.
Now, what I want to know is how long is Zion there before the place gets shot up? I imagine it's not long after. And while we're on that topic real quick, I do not think this is the gun that ends up being used how we see it at the beginning of the first episode. I think that'll be way too easy. That's just way too easy of an answer. And the reason why I don't think this is going to be the gun is I think Tim actually may use it on himself first. He might. Because we learned in this episode that he's old money. He said his grandfather was the governor of North Carolina. His dad was a successful businessman. And so this coming down the pipeline that he's about to lose everything. I mean, here, listen yourself.
My hope is if we play ball, maybe they just focus on the money and you just serve a few months.
Oh, just a few months? In prison?
I know a few guys who come out fine. I can put you in touch with them.
I'd rather die. What am I supposed to tell my family, huh? We're fucking poor now? And I'm going to fucking prison? This is your best advice?
Yeah, so this man just does not want to be broke. He does not know what that's like. Notice, even before he said prison, he said, I want to tell my family they're poor and I'm going to prison. Like, prison's even secondary to being poor. Outside of Zion, Belinda's whole character so far has essentially just been this arc of finding out who Greg/Gary is, and she finally did. So what does that mean exactly? We see at the end here that Greg also found out who Belinda is. So now they know each other. What's that conflict gonna be? We know Greg/Gary is a dangerous guy, and I hope nothing bad happens to Belinda. She doesn't deserve it. She don't deserve it. But you know who does deserve it? This guy. Now hear me out. Notice how the Smoothies are a big focal point in this show so far. Remember back in episode 1 how he was playing with this toxic fruit in the back of their villa? I think somehow that toxic fruit is going to be put in this smoothie somehow. Also, I've noticed this obsession from Saxon getting Lockie to drink things. From the smoothie to even beers, he's always telling him to drink something, which I think that's going to come back too.
Just shut up and drink this. Mom and Dad are right there.
I don't care. It's fine. Just take it. Follow the leader. Come on.
Swastika!
See, and it's always something he doesn't want to drink, which that's going to come back later. But also, instead of the swastika thing, this man says swastika. Come on, bro. This guy is the worst. And with this scene, I am convinced something bad is going to happen to Lockie soon. Let me tell you why. If we go back to the dream the mom had in episode 3, we see Lockie on the beach right here talking about the tsunami. And what else is in this dream is their house is in the background, which is important because of this.
They can't take my house, can they?
They can take whatever they want.
And so he's worried about the house getting taken away now. So in that dream, you have the house being hit with the tsunami. You got her being hit with the tsunami and Lockie being hit with the tsunami. So I think something's going to happen to the wife, the house, and Lockie. Unfortunately, I think something bad is going to happen to someone else too. And this is why.
Things happen in threes. 1, the robbery. 2, the snake show. This could be some Final Destination shit, like death is coming for me.
First of all, notice before she says things happen in threes, you see this see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil monkeys in threes. But talking about the snakes, she brought up the other two, and we see the third snake at the end of the episode right here.
I like your tattoo. It's cool.
Oh yeah, you like my snake? I can show you, but it goes all the way down.
So we see a snake for the third time there. And if I had to guess, I think that's the guy that robbed the hotel, because these are the friends of the guy, the worker at the hotel that let in the robbers. So if I had to guess, that's who did it. By the way, please take a second to join the Foster family, become part of the Patreon or the YouTube members community. There's over 400 of us. You get exclusive content and you're able to ask me questions, and I'm able to give you some answers so that we can break down these shows together. I'd greatly appreciate the support. This man really is the absolute worst security guard of all time. Like, he really should get fired. I ain't even lying. He should be. Like, horrible security guard. So for a few episodes, we've been wanting to know what Rick is really up to, and we find out, and he tells us this story about his father.
I never knew my father. He was a do-gooder. He came to Thailand to help people. He was trying to help these locals keep a shady American from stealing their land. I really don't know all the details. But my father was here trying to do the right thing, and one day he disappeared, and I never found him.
Now, here's the thing. I don't think this is the truth. He said that his mom is who told him this story, and I think she was lying to him. I think he probably ran away to Thailand. I don't think he was a do-gooder. He's probably, you know, they're saying that the guys that go to Thailand are usually hiding from something or seeking something. We hear that right here.
I've heard someone say that anyone who moves to Thailand is either looking for something or hiding from something.
And so, yeah, I think his dad was hiding. I don't think I really do. I think the plot twist is going to be something like the guy he's trying to get revenge on is actually his dad or something like that. Or his dad, like, I think he's going to have something to do with the White Lotus Resort. Like, I don't even think the dad is dead. I also don't think he even leaves right here to go to Bangkok. I think he's going to change his mind at like the very last second in the next episode. I also think there's probably some type of connection here because Greg worked for the Bureau of Land Management and Rick is talking about someone trying to steal land in Thailand. I think there's going to be some connection there. Let's talk about the Ratliffs real quick, and let's start with Lockie and Piper. I don't understand their relationship. I don't understand Lockie. It seems that he just goes to whoever wants him. Like, if his older brother wants him, he'll go over there more so than when Piper wants him. But he just I feel like he has the need to be needed. But then between Piper and her dad, there's a hilarious irony that she wants to stay there for a year and he's thinking about staying there permanently. I think there's going to be a gigantic conflict there, like huge conflict. Then obviously this man is stealing his wife's meds. And what's interesting here is I think this is going to lead to his wife having withdrawals. And I want to see the conflict that arrives from that and what's going to happen. Yeah, so this episode finally has the plot moving forward, so I want to see what happens going into the middle of the season, because so far the characters have been good. They've been interesting, themes have been cool, but the story itself has just been moving slow, so I'm excited to see where it goes. If you happen to like this video, please go ahead and join the Foster fam either on Patreon or as a YouTube member. I would greatly appreciate the support. It allows me to keep making content like this for you all, so I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see y'all.